Louisiana is filled to the brim with ghost stories and cryptid beasts of all kinds. Now, one in particular drives fear into even the heart of Freddy Krueger himself. The Cauchemar is a figure in Louisiana folklore that's said to cause nightmares. The legend of the Cauchemar has roots in African, French, and Native American folklore and has been passed down through generations in Louisiana. It's incredibly similar to the effects of sleep paralysis, accompanied by visions of a demon-like figure just walking around your room while you're unable to move or speak. According to the legend, the Cauchemar is a supernatural being that visits people while they sleep, causing them to have terrifying nightmares. The Cauchemar is said to have the ability to change its shape and often takes the form of a horse with long, sharp teeth and fiery eyes. It has been known to suffocate or choke people in their sleep too, with several deaths being cited as long ago as pre-colonial times in Louisiana. The Cauchemar is attracted to people who are nervous or are very anxious, or if they have a guilty conscience. To protect yourself from a Cauchemar, it's believed that you'd have to sleep with your head facing north, or to put a knife under your pillow to keep the Cauchemar at bay. Some people also believe that saying prayers or wearing a religious medal could protect against the Cauchemar, as well as seeking the protection by means of a traiteur, or practitioner of voodoo. Now for a personal story. I was unlucky enough to be visited by a Cauchemar one night in 2019 while I was sleeping at a friend's apartment. I was practicing Spanish with Duolingo, and this isn't an ad for Duolingo or anything, but I had the Spanish podcast playing when I went to bed. Now, I was in the guest room fast asleep when I opened my eyes and I found myself unable to move or speak at all. But to my left peripheral, I noticed a tall, slim, shadowy figure just standing in the doorway. And I knew it wasn't my partner, but before I could try to react, the figure walked onto the bed and stood over me. Now, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move my arms, legs, nothing. I just couldn't yell out for help or anything. Now, the figure bent over close to my face, but it had no face at all. It was just a dark void. Suddenly, it just disappears, and I woke up screaming the words, "Una ensalada," which means salad in Spanish. And my friend ran into the room with a baseball bat in her hand, believing that somebody had just broken in the house and that we were fighting. And we stayed up for a while that night after just wondering what the hell happened. But I'll never forget what I saw. The Cauchemar demon that made me violently yell out a salad in Spanish. Now, the legend of the Cauchemar is an example of the rich cultural heritage and folklore of Louisiana. It reflects the beliefs and the fears of people who lived in this area for centuries as a way to kind of explain and to cope with the frightening experiences of nightmares. If you've ever been visited by a Cauchemar, we would love to hear your experiences too. Our merch store is also open on our website where you can shop official Louisiana apparel like what I'm wearing right now, and you can submit your Cauchemar stories to us. We couldn't bring you this information at all without your support on Patreon, and we'd like to thank those who have already contributed and encourage anyone watching this video right now to consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/LouisianaDread. For more Louisiana history, horror, folklore, and culture, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Crosby, and this is Louisiana Dread Quick History.